Hey, everybody. My name is Nicole Brown. I'm a quantum energy healer, womb alchemist, and soul records practitioner. Twin flame guide as well. So, thank you so much for being here on my channel, Soul Powered Creation. I'm so excited to be sharing this channel with you and happy to be in this space. It's not by coincidence that you have found me. So, thank you for being here. Um, what I am sharing today is what I'm here to do today is to share about the solstice energies that are upon us. We are moving into the solstice gateway of June 20th, 2024. And this is a phenomenally powerful solstice gateway that we're entering into. The energies have been intense. What I mean by that is that you've probably been experiencing intense clearing of emotions. You've probably been going through a purging process, and your physical body is probably very tired from processing these upgrades that are coming through as we enter into the solstice gateway. So, the solstice gateway is bringing in a profound rebirthing and transformation process for us. Um, we are we're really in process of aligning ourselves with our highest and best good and with our organic ascension paths. We're in process of aligning ourselves with what it is that our soul came here to do and our soul gifts. And so this solstice gateway is helping us to clear and release the limitations that we are creating for ourselves that are preventing us from stepping out, from moving forward on our path, and from aligning ourselves. There's a lot of fear that's in the collective right now that's been coming up to process: fear around loss, fear around our safety, fear around financial security, fear around the ending of relationships, fear around being seen, fear around stepping out and allowing ourselves to share our gifts and be seen, um, fear of change. There's a lot of fear of change that's surfacing right now. And it's okay to hold fear compassionately and ask it, what is it trying to teach me? What is this fear trying to teach me? Um, it's really wise to be inquisitive and curious with fear because um, it has a lesson to teach us. It has wisdom to share with us. And in being inquisitive and curious about why it is that I'm experiencing these fears, we're shining the light on it and we're holding it compassionately in love, and we're reducing its crippling, paralyzing power that it can sometimes, the illusion of its power that it can sometimes have on us, its hold. So, we're really wrestling with fears right now. We're seeing our fears are coming up to be witnessed. And we're also dealing with deep, deep, deep core wounds. We have such, we've been through so much through this accelerated ascension process as it is. And I know some of us are like in this place where we're like, shouldn't I be done with this already? Haven't I like cleared this? I mean, now it's coming up again. Are you kidding me? So, this is just a reminder that our journeys, our spiritual journeys, are a sacred spiral. Growth isn't linear. That means that we have moments where where we're climbing, we're clearing, we're rising, but we're also being we also have moments where we're working through integration and processing deep core wounds and traumas that we thought we had cleared already, because our healing journey is a spiral. So we're cycling back around, but it's like a cone, it's conical. So down here at the very base of the spiral, it might be really tight and constricted, but as we circle around, we're expanding out. And so we're loosening ourselves and unraveling ourselves from our trauma. And pretty soon we get to a point where we might experience a trigger and we realize, wow, I was able to move through that very easily. Or we experience something that would have been normally triggering to us, and we realize, oh my gosh, like, that didn't really trigger me anymore. So, so that's exciting, to arrive at that place where our triggers aren't so impactful or create such an intense emotional response within us. Um, but right now we're really, really, really being purged to see what is within us that is holding us back, preventing us from opening our hearts from to receive love and feel love, and what is preventing us from stepping out and being seen, and allowing ourselves to step out and be authentic and share our authentic truth. So we're really being pushed to get rid of this, because when we own our authenticity, and when are safe in sharing our truth and speaking from our heart, we open up our pathways. We open up our pathways for divine support, for opportunities, for resources, for aligned people to come in and support us in rising up and in sharing our truth and in aligning ourselves with our soul. And so, if you're here, it's because you have a beautiful soul's purpose. Like, your soul is here because you have something so unique and so sacred and so special to share with humanity. It is your sacred medicine, and it is so needed. It is so needed. And so I see, like, some of you have the brakes on and you're like, nope, I'm not doing it. I'm not going there. I can't. I won't. I don't want to. And then I see some of you are like, I don't know how to get there. And then I see some of you are like, I don't even know what my soul purpose is. I know I'm here, but I don't know what it is. And so these are all intense places to be, but these are all really great places to be, because it's puts you on the precipice of change if you have that willingness to, okay, yes, all right. I know I'm here for something special, but what is it? And you ask for that help to discover what it is that you're here to share. And you ask for that help to, like, okay, I know I'm here to share something. I know I'm here. My soul has a special purpose for being here, but I can't break through this resistance. My heels are dug in and I'm not going. So you can ask for that support. Okay, I need this support to really get me going, or, to really help me with these fears that are keeping me from speaking my authentic truth or allowing myself to be seen. Um, and so this is what we're like really being encouraged to clear through, are these blocks that are preventing us from really aligning with our soul's path and our soul's mission and reason for being here right now. Because it's go time. It's go time. Like, the time is now. This is the time for you to do what it is you came here to do. And nobody else can do it but you. And nobody else can do it the way that you can do it. You are so unique, and you have something so special and sacred to share with humanity. And many of us are being challenged with really opening our hearts to love, with really allowing ourselves to experience the fullness of divine unconditional love, to feel that divine unconditional love, and to receive that divine unconditional love. And that can only come from a place of open heartedness. And and so a lot of us have experienced traumas that have made us close our heart to love, the traumas of rejection, the traumas of betrayal, the traumas of abandonment, um, humiliation. There's so many reasons, loss. There's so many reasons why our hearts have contracted and closed. And so it's left us in this state of desensitization where we feel numb, and um or because we can't feel that divine God unconditional love within us, as it being the truth of who you are and who we are, because we can't feel that, because we've closed our hearts, because we've hardened our hearts because of the trauma that we've had. What happens is we start seeking for it and searching for it outside of ourselves. And then Then we experience trauma in our relationships that have made us close our hearts to love or feel unsafe to opening our hearts to love and receiving love. And so all of this is coming up right now, like the attachments, how we attach ourselves to relationships and then create identities for ourselves, how we're being challenged to detach ourselves from these relationships that really are not serving our highest and best good anymore and have been a muse keeping us in karmic entrapment and in codependent narcissistic cycles. And so we're moving to this place of interdependent relationship from this place of codependent relationship, where in codependent relationships people aren't in ownership of their worth. And so what happens is there's a taking and a giving and a take, a give and a take, a give and a take, and an earning worth and an earning validation and an earning of love. Whereas we're moving into this place of interdependent connection, interdependent relationship, which is really founded on divine unconditional love and in being in ownership of our worth. The only way we can move from a codependent relationship model to an interdependent relationship model that is really deep connection and a giving and a receiving, an equal energy exchange of giving and receiving, and true heart-centered connection is from being in ownership of our worth. There's no need to have your worth. There's no need to earn your worth. There's no need to have your worth validated. No, in an interdependent relationship, you are in divine recognition of your worth. And so, in reclaiming your worth, in opening your heart, in feeling the love and experiencing the love and the truth of who you are, and in really owning your worth, then you attract healthy relationships within your life. You can free yourself from relationships that are draining, from relationships that are trauma bonding, from relationships that are not serving your highest and best good. And there's a lot of fear around this because so many of us create our identities, or so many of us have identities created for ourselves that are connected to the relationships that we've been in. Some of these are very long standing relationships. Some of these are relationships where it's like push and pull and push and pull, and you come together and you separate and you come together and you separate. Well, it's karmic attachment and trauma that's binding you together. And so our relationships have really been challenged through this solstice gateway because they're like heavy baggage weighing you down and preventing you from asserting your sovereign authority. And there, these karmic relationships are keeping you in those cycles that are constricted and prevent you from opening and expanding. So if you're really struggling in relationships right now, just know that there's a greater purpose for it. And the most important thing for you to do to support yourself through the endings of relationships is to really, really hold yourself in compassion and your partner in compassion, to really just hold the both of you in compassion, but also to no, to work on reclaiming your worth, to work in coming into divine recognition of who you are as a divine source being. You are an essence of God expressing itself in your physical body. I have a very expanded perspective of God, a very simple perspective of God as being love, and love is God, and that is who you are. And so, so many of us are in these like deep states of forgetfulness, and we're waking up and we're remembering the truth of our being. And as we do that, as we wake up and we remember and we start aligning ourselves, um, things start falling away. And so there's a grieving process with that. So really holding yourself compassionately as you move through the grieving process connected to the endings of things. This can be careers, even. This can be relationships. There's a lot of endings of things that are happening right now. The ending of ways of being, of how you express yourself, of how you perceive yourself. Like, is it really in truth and in clarity how you perceive yourself and how you express yourself? And so we're rising up. We're rising up. But I see this solstice gateway as like a birthing canal, and we're being moved through this birthing canal. And the labor pains are painful. There's contractions and constriction and pain, but we're getting pushed through this birthing canal so that we can rebirth ourselves and come out the other side in in so much greater alignment with our soul's purpose. And so we can come out that other side in divine recognition, and with so much less baggage that's been weighing us down. And so we can come out this other side in divine recognition of our worth, and in divine recognition of our soul's purpose, and in ownership of our will and our authority. So this solstice gateway has been very intense. So just be gentle with yourself. And if your physical body is struggling, if you're feeling tired, if you're just exhausted, that's okay. It's okay. Where did you learn it wasn't okay to feel tired? Don't beat yourself up for how your physical body is integrating and processing this energy. It's okay to have days where you're tired, and then days where, oh, I feel better. So on these days I can get more accomplished, but just give yourself permission to rest on the days that you need rest. And spending as much time outside as you can will support your physical body. Um, the Just placing your bare feet upon the ground and perhaps placing your hands upon a tree is very helpful. Grounding, centering, our connection with Mother Earth, like our skin connection with Mother Earth, our bare feet, our hands, just sitting upon Mother Earth, it helps to neutralize the intensity of the energetic charges that we're moving through. So we might be like highly polarized in like highly positively charged, and then that's like making us tired. And so when we go outside, we're just immersed in negative eons that help bring that balance and restore harmony to the physical body. It helps calm and soothe the physical body. Um, and heal the physical body. So, really giving yourself permission to be out in nature as much as you can, and connecting with the earth, allowing yourself to just simply take a walk, or go sit outside and meditate, or, however you can give yourself more time out in nature is so needed for you right now, for the body, and for also to bring you back to balance, to bring you back to center, because a lot of these energies are also stirring up so much within our mental bodies, because it's also stirring up so much within our emotional bodies, and they're intricately connected. So when you have like a really, really active emotional body, it's so important, or mental body, it's so important to ask yourself, okay, what emotions am I suppressing? What emotions am I avoiding? What emotions need to be cleared? So it's like a Coke bottle that's been shaken up, and the lid is on it, and then like you let go of that lid, and so it's like that pressure. It's like shaking up that Coke bottle is like creating pressure within that bottle, right? And so it's like that pressure of emotional buildup creates that intensity within the brain, that in the mental body, that makes it extremely overactive, or you get monkey mind, or you can't focus, or you're having trouble with clarity. Whatever it is, like that emotional intensity, that pressure is creating an imbalance within the mental body. So what happens is when you take that lid off, it releases all that pressure, right? And then it settles back down. So the same thing happens for ourselves when we give ourselves permission to just sit and go within. Like, just simply sit and focus on your breath. That's it. Like, sit and close your eyes that helps you feel better, but sit and allow yourself to focus on your breathing, the gentle inhales and exhales. And as you do that, you'll notice that your body starts to calm, but you also may notice that you have emotions start surfacing. You may start crying, you may start sobbing, you may start to feel really angry, but just allow yourself to continue to breathe through those emotions that are coming up and cry if you need to. If you're angry, like yell if you need to. I mean, allow that anger healthy expression. Allow those emotions release to be let go. Allow yourself to let go of those emotions, to allow them to be cleared. Um, and and really give them permission to leave. Okay, so it's like you are the sky and your emotions are those clouds that are passing by in the sky. So sometimes a storm cloud might come and hang around for a while, and we all are, hope for that storm cloud to pass, and it will pass. Like every storm runs out of rain, but remember, you are that sky that storm is passing through. So that storm is not you, it's not your identity. Those emotions are not who you are. Those emotions are just energy in motion, energy passing through. They will pass, and now you've got this beautiful rainbow after the storm passes, right? Or you have this big beautiful open blue sky. I always say it's most beautiful after a storm. So so really giving yourself permission to be present with what is moving through you, and releasing judgment. So many of us judge ourselves for, oh my God, I can't believe I'm working through this all again. Like, I'm cycling through this again. Are you serious? Like, I thought I cleared this. Like, I thought I had already dealt with this trigger. Or we judge ourselves for feeling, depressed. And usually when we're depressed, it's because we're integrating an aspect of our soul that is returned to us, and we're bringing it back home. We're going through this deep integration process with that aspect of our soul that broke off, and now it's returned back home, which is beautiful. But you're having to integrate that aspect of your consciousness, that aspect of your soul that was traumatized or sad or whatever it is. And so that can feel heavy, and create the experience of depression. So there are chemical imbalances also that are connected to depression, but sometimes we attach so much judgment to how we're feeling, and then we shame ourselves for how we're feeling. So releasing that judgment to how you're feeling. Like, you don't need to be feeling any specific way. It's okay to have a day where you're just like down and out. It's okay to have a day where you're exhausted. It's okay to have, several days like that. Unfortunately, the intensity of the energies, this is what's happening to a lot of us right now. And so just really being understanding with ourselves and recognizing it as a process that you're growing through, that you're releasing. You're releasing all this energy, you're releasing all these built up emotions that you've been like stuffing down and suppressing and repressing and avoiding and refusing to see clearly. And then a lot of anxiety has been stirred up right now, within the collective. So there's a lot of like fears that are creating anxiety. And so, give yourself permission to breathe, activate and support your central nervous system, activate your parasympathetic system through your breath, you know, and give your mental body a chance to calm and soothe itself. So really just giving yourself permission every day to breathe. You don't have to be a trained breathwork professional. You don't have to have special techniques. No, just sit down and allow yourself to focus on the gentle inhales and the exhales, inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. And a good rule of thumb to start with is to allow your inhales to be at least 4 seconds long. And then try and make your exhales twice as long as your inhales. That also gives your mind something to be focusing on while you're breathing. So you're breathing in, counting as you're breathing in, and then on your exhale, you're counting as you're exhaling, trying to get those exhales twice as long as your inhales. It might be challenging for you when you first start. That's okay. Make it a daily practice for yourself and watch how your body responds. Watch how your nervous system starts to relax. Watch how your parasympathetic is triggered and you get out of that fight or flight response. This is support that you can be doing for yourself that's really effective and calming. So, um, um, I also want to share that in my solstice healing, we are bringing in, like, this is a powerful co creation. So, we're bringing in that support to help us get through this birthing canal to really release all of this stuff that's been stirred up within our systems right now. These wounds of abandonment, of feeling abandoned by source, of feeling abandoned by God, of feeling abandoned by your loved ones, emotionally neglected. Emotional neglect as a child is also a wound of abandonment. And then connected to the wound of abandonment are all kinds of unhealthy relationship um, behaviors and patterns. So we're really being given a chance to really let this go. And there's mother wounding that is come up. The mother is the source of provision. The mother is abundance. The mother is our provider. So, the mother is creator of life. It's within the womb that life is created. And from that womb, life is birthed. And then after the birthing of life, the mother has everything that she needs to support that life through the beautiful flow of mother's milk through her breast. She is able to support that life after it is birthed. And so the mother, the feminine, is such an expression of abundance and provision and support. Mother is provider. But how many of us really are connected to that sense of mother as provider? And how many of us are really connected to that sense of abundance, that I have everything that I need to support this life that I'm creating or this life that I'm birthing. And this life is more than physical life. This is our dreams, our goals, our our visions for our future. Like, we have everything that we need to support the life that we wish to create for ourselves, to support the life that we wish um to create and share with others. Like, we have it all. So, so some of us, I feel like some of you are afraid to take that next step for fear that you're not going to have what you need and your needs aren't going to be met. And this is like a lack, like a wound of lack and of being disconnected from the mother, because mother is provider and mother is abundant. She has everything that she needs. Our beloved planet has everything that it needs to support us, to heal us, to provide for us, to sustain us. And so this is the mother energy. So a lot of us are afraid of taking that next step, or afraid that, we're not going to have what we need to move forward, or that we're going to fail. It's going to fail, or we're not going to succeed in it because our needs aren't going to be met. And so there's a lot of healing coming up for that right now, especially as we break through, like, and release this attachment that we have to the systems that have been put in place, because a lot of these systems are crumbling so that a new way can emerge, so that a system that is um, in better alignment for humanity and in service to the highest and best good of all can be created and birthed and emerge. But we're, afraid to let go of, the system, and is the system really going to meet my needs, or has it really met my needs? And and we're also intimidated about letting go of our ways of being. Those are identities that we've created for ourselves. And it's not easy to release identity, ego identity. So our ego identities are really being rebirthed right now and challenged as we align ourselves with our soul's identity, with our unique expression of of God, of source. Our soul is infinite, and it has had so many experiences across so much time, and our soul is always connected to God. So, so we have so much potential that we are here to express right now. And so we're really in this process of being stripped down to complete newness and rebirthing ourselves, fully letting go of everything that's not clearing us or not serving us, and not allowing us to align ourselves with our highest and best good, and not allowing us to align ourselves with what it is our soul came here to do, our soul path. So, so we're really being faced with, we're really being challenged with letting go, like letting go of attachments, letting go of fear, letting go of ways of being, letting go of even thought processes that aren't serving us. So it's been a very intense process that we've been moving through. And so the exciting part is that here we are coming up to this solstice gateway. And it's like we're going to be exiting the birthing canal. And so it's so exciting because it's new life, right? And so we're aligning ourselves with that, with the new life, with rebirthing ourselves into new life, aligned with our highest and best good, aligned with our unique soul expression, and aligned with people, our soul family, that are here to nurture and support us, and that just get us right. And the same with relationships, like aligning ourselves with true connection, with interdependent relationship, where we're in each of us is in ownership of our innate worth. And then there's this equal exchange of giving and receiving and reciprocity. And we're even learning that equal exchange with our Mother Earth. Mother Earth, we just take, but how much do we give back, right? And so we're being faced with so much right now, is being brought into our awareness so that we can let it go and course correct and create a new way for ourselves, and really open ourselves to receive the abundance of the mother, to receive that abundant provision, to receive that abundant support, to receive that abundant love, to allow ourselves to receive our abundant wisdom. Um, so my solstice healing is going to be bringing in powerful support for all of this, to really support you in this rebirthing process that we're growing through right now. And we're going to be working with reclaiming our divine sovereign power, will, and authority. And also, we're going to be working on healing, like these this programming of the creation process being painful. That's part of the rebirthing process we're growing through right now, is to align ourselves with the new way of being, which is instant manifestation. Like, that's eventually where we're headed, and that's here now. And that is a painless creation process. And so we're getting, we're preparing ourselves to align ourselves with reclaiming our sovereignty. Or no, we are in process of reclaiming our sovereignty over the fertility cycle. So, and that's a matter of reclaiming our creational power and our divine authority and our divine sovereign will. So, the fertility cycle is the whole, like, I'm referring to the whole creation process from start, to finish, from conception to birthing. And then after that, like, how do we provide for this new life that has been created, whether it's physical life, or whether it's our goals, dreams, desires, or whatever it is. The fertility cycle is encompassing all of that, where, we've been in this process of the birthing of life being hard and arduous and challenging and painful, even rebirthing ourselves, right? And so, but what would it feel like to be aligned with a fertility process or a creational process where it's blissful and it's orgasmic, and there is no question of whether or not we'll be supported. Everything is there. It's effortless, and we're supported, abundant, and blissfully creating, creating from a place of love, creating from a place of joy, creating from a place of ecstasy, like creating from this place of bliss. And so that is part of our divine birthright. And then, this programming around it being hard to support ourselves, and then hard to support the life that we're creating, or hard to achieve our goals. And this is a way that our masculine energy has been impacted, this burden that the masculine has been carrying. um, and it comes from disconnect with the mother. And so all of this is being um, um, all of this is coming to light right now, so that we can really reclaim our divine will, our divine authority, the fertility cycle, and align ourselves with our creational process, or the organic creational process of, creation being blissful, and creation being easy, and creation being effortless. And so, on this solstice co-creation, not only are we going to be diving into really clearing up the residue and the debris that's stirred up within you right now, the energetic density, like from the trauma that is like coming up right now, clearing karmic connections, to trauma, whatever it is. Um, we're also going to be reclaiming our fertility process, and reclaiming our will and our authority as sovereign divine co-creators. So, I part of my soul's mission and reason for being here is to do exactly that. I will take this a step further and say that, you know um, as biological females, um, I believe, I just have this innate knowing that we are going through a profound evolutionary process of reclaiming our biological fertility cycle. Can you imagine what it would be like to have conscious control over your reproductive cycle, where you are in complete conscious control and you choose to ovulate when you wish to create life? Wow, right? Look at the problems that would solve. We wouldn't have teen pregnancy, we wouldn't have unwanted pregnancy, there wouldn't be any need for abortion, there wouldn't be any need for the birth control that wreaks absolute havoc on our physical bodies. So, as we heal spiritually, as we heal emotionally, as we heal energetically, we're also transforming our biology. Our biology is a manifestation of the ethereal, of the spiritual. So as we heal, and as we, take back our power, as we take back our sovereignty, as we align ourselves with our soul, we are healing our physical bodies. And it is the feminine's, it is it is the feminine's divine right to have choice in creation, to choose when to create life, and to prepare her vessel for the creation of life. So many of us have forgotten that that is our divine birthright, to be in conscious control of our creation, of our reproductive cycle. And so, and we've been also been creating from places of trauma. So, so we're healing. As we heal that trauma, now we start to create from places of expansion, from places of love, which impacts our entire experience and impacts our whole physical body as well. So, um, this solstice coming up is going to be very powerful. It's a co-creation. So, we all have our own unique codes and gifts that we're here to share. And so when we join together as a group and when we join together as a collective, there's so much power in that. And so I'm really excited for all who are joining, for you to bring your unique gifts and bring that and your unique medicine and share that. And for us to really anchor this into the collective, to reclaim our fertility process, to reclaim the, sovereignty over the fertility process, and to align ourselves to receive um, our organic creation fertility processes, which are creating from places of bliss and love and effortlessly. So we're going to be clearing through a lot, and I hope that you will join us. It's on 6/20/2024. Um, we're starting at 4:44. I was running a deal. Today would be the end of an $88 energy exchange for joining the group. But I am called to extend that for 2 more days. And then after that, it'll be $111 to join this powerful co-creation that we are um, quickly approaching. So thank you so much for being here now. Thank you for tuning in, and thank you for receiving. I look forward to connecting with you. Bye.